Westwood Village, Friday night, 1994. Darcy felt a pang of distraction as she stepped out of her front door, leaving her 3-year-old son behind even for a short while, tugged gently at her heartstrings. She paused momentarily, picturing his smiling face, bright eyes, and playful giggle. But she reassured herself he was safe, secure, and undoubtedly entertained by his father's playful antics. With a calming breath, she forced herself forward into the night, inhaling deeply as she stepped onto the familiar neon-lit streets of Westwood Village. Darcy felt the energy buzz around her. Laughter and chatter floated from groups spilling out of Fat Burger, where memories of countless Friday nights with friends brought a faint smile to her lips. Tonight, however, she was solo, free from the joyful yet exhausting demands of motherhood for an evening. The marquee above the theater shimmered enticingly. Pulp fiction, it promised boldly. Darcy bought her ticket, entering the softly murmuring theater. Salty buttered popcorn crunched between her teeth as the screen pulled her into Quentin Tarantino's hypnotic world. But as Christopher Walken appeared, holding that pocket watch and speaking in his measured, eerie tone, Darcy felt the world begin to tilt. She blinked hard, shaking her head, thinking it was the salty popcorn messing with her equilibrium. But suddenly, the dark theater started spinning, reality swirling into a terrifying blur. She gripped the armrest desperately, heart pounding. "No," she whispered, "what's happening?" Panic clawed its way up her throat. Struggling to breathe, Darcy staggered upright, blindly maneuvering hand over hand toward the exit. The screen flickered behind her, unaware of her distress. "You all right?" someone whispered nearby. "Yes, just need air," she lied, forcing a reassuring smile she knew the stranger wouldn't clearly see. Holding tightly to the velvet-lined walls, Darcy felt each step like traversing a tightrope over a bottomless pit. Reaching the ladies' room, she collapsed into a stall, trembling hands clutching her head. "Drugged," she gasped. "Someone drugged me." After a few minutes of rapid breaths, Darcy gathered her wits, determination rising through the fear. She couldn't remain here vulnerable. Quietly, she slipped out the theater's side door, the cool night air kissing her flushed skin. "Just get home," she whispered fiercely to herself. Using every back street learned through years of driving the city, Darcy navigated by instinct and memory, vision blurring and refocusing intermittently, terror still pressing at her heels. Each corner turned was a relief and a fresh agony, her breath hitching as headlights illuminated her path like searching eyes. Finally pulling into her driveway near Washington and West Boulevard, Darcy stumbled through her front door, calling out shakily, "Baby, something's wrong." Her partner rushed toward her, face tight with alarm. "Darcy, what happened?" "Movies, Westwood, I think I was drugged," she managed before collapsing into his arms. At the hospital, fluorescent lights burned above her as doctors swirled around, running tests, voices murmuring incomprehensible medical jargon. Darcy's anxiety mounted until finally an older doctor approached, his expression strangely calm. "Darcy, it's severe vertigo, not drugs." "Vertigo?" she echoed numbly. "Severe. Rare to hit like this without warning. You'll need medication, some therapy perhaps," he said gently, eyes compassionate yet cautious. Later, exhausted but relieved, Darcy lay back in her hospital bed, eyes drifting shut. The room was quiet, peaceful, until a shadowy silhouette appeared in the doorway. Darcy jolted awake, heart thudding. Who's there?" The figure stepped forward, face catching the pale hospital glow. Christopher Walken's unmistakable smirk appeared. Darcy's pulse quickened, throat tightening in disbelief. "Darcy," he said in his deep voice, dripping with surreal menace, "you forgot your watch." Her scream echoed sharply down the sterile hallway, shattering the silence, and she bolted awake, gasping in her own bed at home, sunlight streaming innocently through the curtains. Her partner touched her shoulder. "Darcy, it's okay. It was just a nightmare." Darcy glanced beyond her partner to the floor, heart hammering violently. There, inexplicably, was a glowing from the cracks of a briefcase, engraved with a single ominous word, Bunny